Good morning. First of all, let me tell you what an honor it is for me to be here and speaking with you. I think it is one thing to talk about delicious success, and it is a whole another ball game to bring the possibility of success to you right now and have you experience it and learn how you can conquer any circumstance and create brilliant success for yourself. Would you like that? Yes. Awesome. So, I will begin by confiding in you. I'll tell you a secret. When Rachel and Marcos Antonio asked me to speak here, it was a dream come true for me. Professionally, I help people develop entrepreneurial careers. And for reasons I will not go into right now, I have been waiting for an invitation to speak at Renton Technical College for many years. But as the event got near, I began to panic about what am I going to say. I froze with fear. I asked myself, what is this fear about? I realized that the fear is about showing up. We don't want to show up to the world. We tell ourselves that we're not ready. We don't know enough, or we're not good enough. Or some bullshit about circumstances that keeps us from showing up. But the battles of life are not won by intelligence and knowledge. These are won by showing up, by doing what you said you're going to do, by doing complete work, by doing what must be done, even if no one has asked you to do it. So, my conversation with you is going to be about showing up, victimhood, entrepreneurship, and new possibilities of life. What do I mean by showing up? You might be wondering. Showing up is becoming available to the care of others, becoming a being of service to others, and taking a stand to cause a difference in the lives of others. When we show up, the world transforms. We take responsibility for what's happening in our world. We want to be fully ready before we show up to the world, right? We tell ourselves, I'm not ready, and I'm not ready, and I have lots of excuses for not being ready. And I'm trying really hard, and one day when I have it all figured out, when I have gotten the certificates and education, I will show up. No, sir. Life does not work like that. Whatever is happening in your life, and whatever is happening in the life of your loved ones, and whatever is happening in the life of your community, your city, your nation, and really to our common mother, Earth, whatever is happening right now. Ready or not, here it comes. What really matters is not so much what you know and what you don't know, but what you are willing to take on. You can learn whatever you want to learn from wonderful places like this Renton Technical College or lots of online places. You have tons of choices, whatever you want to learn. But why any of that learning matters is who you are going to be in the lives of others. Who are you going to show up as? We are addicted to not showing up. Yes, we are addicted to not showing up. We want to party. We want to feel good and comfortable. We want to follow the routine and monotony. When something gets in the way of our routine, we become victims of that thing. We refuse to see change as opportunities. Most of us, most of the time in the Western world, live in the moods of victims. Why don't we want to show up? We imprison ourselves with victimhood. We are victims of everything. We hate change. Entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial way of being have to do with the capacity of recognizing what is changing and what new opportunities are opening up by the change that is upon you. What you think is standing in your way to success is actually your bridge to success. So let us take out what is standing in our way to success, shall we? Yes. To do that, we first need to remove the victimhood that puts us in a powerless position. You may have heard that the quality of your life is not determined by what happens to you. It is determined by what you do when it happens. Now, right here today, we are going to be very honest with each other and give up the victimhoods that have been standing in our way right now. I will go first. Right here, right now, I give up being a victim of being a minority. I give up being a victim of my upbringing. I give up being a victim of other people that did not treat me right. Now, what victimhood you are willing to give up? Let me tell you a story of how I came to US and some of the amazing troubles and triumphs I've been through. Growing up, I was a shy and quiet kid throughout my schooling. And I never showed any signs of being extraordinary, but I cultivated love for computers at a young age. At the age of 20, I won a robotics competition in Pakistan and won the support of my government to attend a university in Oklahoma. When I got this opportunity, my future in Pakistan was comfortable and clear. But I gave up security and being comfortable and decided to pursue a life of adventure. I arrived here with no ability to speak English, with less than enough money to survive the whole semester. 3 months later, the government that supported me was toppled by the military in Pakistan. I had no support, no money, no scholarship, and not a single soul I knew in this country. But I showed up to life, worked my butt off to fulfill the promise I made to myself and my family, and 3 years later graduated with a computer science degree from a state university in Minnesota. When you move with firm commitment, universe moves with you. But the universe rarely gives you the treats without testing your resolve a little bit. When Microsoft came to my university to hire people, the professors did not recommend me as their top student. That did not deter me. I did not give up and took that as a challenge and wrote to several public email addresses such as contact@microsoft.com, hr@microsoft.com, introducing my work and interest in computers. Lo and behold, 6 months later, I landed a full-time job at Microsoft as a fresh graduate. Sounds great, right? It was great. It really was. Up till now, for 3 years, I had struggled to have enough money to eat properly, buy decent clothes, and so on. And now suddenly, I was making a whole $46,000 a year in 1998. That was good money at that time. Nearly every night, I went out and hung out with my friends, went to movies, and everything. A few weeks after I joined, my manager called me in her office and told me that Microsoft may have made a mistake in hiring me, and I will be re-interviewed for coding skills. This was a disaster. If I did not pass the interview, I will be fired, my visa will be canceled, and I will be back in Pakistan as a failure, as many of my family members had anticipated. That did not sit well with me. I knew that I was actually not very good at programming, but I told them that it is not a problem and that they have made a big mistake. I had 3 weeks of prep time before the re-interview, and during 3 weeks, I showed up to coding. I showed up to learning what needed to be learned. Not only I passed the re-interview, but I was given more responsibilities. I have told you about a couple of successes. In my story, there are even more remarkable successes, and then even more tragic failures. I'm not saying that failure is no problem. Failure sucks. And in some ways, you never really recover from serious failures. But that does not define your life, your power, and your capacity to reinvent yourself. Years later, I left Microsoft and built startups. The truly crazy adventures only began when I left the comfort of a cushy job and went into the market as an entrepreneur. If you truly want to experience the full bitter and the full sweetness of life, you must become an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur isn't someone who just starts new companies. An entrepreneur is someone who sees something terribly missing in the world that no one else is really paying attention to. The entrepreneur then uses the breakdown that is invisible to the most but clear and present to the entrepreneur to bring forth new solutions and new worlds. My mentors that I must thank, including Fernando Flores, Chauncey Bell, and James McManus, taught me that. Entrepreneurs that engage in the business of changing people's lives for better gain enormous financial, social, and political power. There can be no more disgusting goal than making money for the sake of making money. There can be no more noble goal to accumulate and expend enormous financial power to bring about a profound shift in your community, small or large. I see entrepreneurs as new public servants and patron saints of the 21st century. Entrepreneurship is for the purpose of serving your community. Money is a side effect of doing a great job as an entrepreneur. To become an entrepreneur that is truly worth their salt, you must learn to remove the blindfolds of victimhood from your eyes and see what is actually possible for you. These possibilities descend as gifts of nature in the form of your imagination and in conversations with your trusted allies and mentors. Let me share with you the secret of becoming a successful entrepreneur. The opportunities for bringing forth powerful action and making a lasting impact of the world are found in monsters no one wants to fight. These monsters do not come pre-named. A real entrepreneur locates and names their monster and takes a vow to fight them. And in fighting them, invents new methods, solutions, business models, and enterprises. Some of the present era monsters that are clear and visible to me are racial discrimination, local and global terrorism, climate threat, imminent global financial collapse, polarization of masses, environmental and food corruption, rise of mental and physical diseases, poverty, slavery, cruelty to animals, collapse of family structures, shortage of water, unhappiness with work, refugee situations, and other major global breakdowns that are on a serious rise while new ones are peeking their heads. These are terrible news for people that have been dreaming of building a stable life and hoping a comfortable future without effort. No sirs and madams. That time is gone. The future is bringing us tremendous amount of change. I know that many things look terrible right now, but I promise you that the old guard is losing control faster than ever before, and it will not be too long before the responsibility of running the world will be in your hands. The winners and losers in times that are upon us are going to be determined by the ability to show up, to listen, to not back down, and not seek routine and comfort, but courageously follow and face your own circumstances and the monsters that are visible to you in your own work and life. I was told that this was a college where teachers prepare technicians and helpers. But as I speak here and stand in front of you, I don't just see technicians and helpers. I see leaders and entrepreneurs at the start of their new careers and are ready to take the life by horns. My parting message to you, if you show up to life, life will show up to you. Thank you.